something crazy happened, and it totally brought me back to an experience I had in 2018, and it was worth making a video about. Let me know if you can tell the difference between these two clips. As a daily vlogger, I've spent a bunch of time on each one of these websites. As a daily vlogger, I've spent a bunch of time on each one of these websites. As a daily vlogger, I've spent a bunch of time on each one of these websites. As a daily vlogger, I've spent a bunch of time on each one of these websites. This is from yesterday's video, and the entire time I was editing it, I was thinking, I hate my voice. I hate my voice. I don't know what's going on. It's because of how I have the mic set up, or there was reverb in my office or something like that.
As a daily vlogger, I've spent a bunch of time.
I was just thinking, man, this is horrible. I'm never setting the camera here again. I hate my voice. That wasn't actually the case. What had happened was I recorded a podcast in 25 frames per second.
What am I supposed to say?
So I had a 25 frame per second timeline, and I just copied those settings over. So this footage from yesterday's vlog was recorded in 24 frames per second, but the timeline was 25, and Final Cut, for whatever reason, did some sort of pitch preserve to try to, when it conformed the footage or something like, I don't know, but it made my voice like a half an octave or I don't know, something, but to me, it sounds so incredibly different. And some of you noticed it as well, which was amazing. Anyway, it brought me back to these two things that happen when people start making videos of themselves. The one is, we don't like the way that we look, and the other is we don't like the way that we sound. So that's a hurdle that you have to overcome when you start vlogging, is you have to start at least stomaching the way that you look and at least stomaching the way that you sound. Well, in 2018, I learned how to appreciate the way that I look and appreciate the way that I sound, because I was just day in and day out having to look at and listen to myself. And so that was something that I was really proud to have overcome, because it was very frustrating. So yesterday just brought me back to that. If you're in this boat and you don't like the way that you look, or you don't like the way that you sound when you're watching a video of yourself, I hope that this is helpful. If you've never heard this, one of the reasons we don't like the way that we look is because we're very used to seeing ourselves in a mirror image because of looking at ourselves in the mirror. So when we see ourselves on video, it's us. We know that it's us, but our brain is just like, there's something off here. And it has to do with the fact that it's a mirror image. So for you, I know that these two images don't really look that different, but for me, the mirrored one used to look more familiar until I started daily vlogging. And now the non-mirrored one looks, I know that that's me, and it doesn't trigger that like, ooh, response in my brain. Secondly, when it comes to your voice, we're used to hearing our own voices primarily inside our own heads. And because we're hearing all this stuff vibrating with our own eardrums, which are also located in our heads, our voices to ourselves generally sound slightly lower than how they sound to the rest of the world. So when you start hearing your voice as the rest of the world hears it, recorded, it can sound just slightly off, similar to what happened to me yesterday. Again, I overcame this in 2018 just by sheer volume and like exposure therapy, but just know the world, the way we see you, we like the way you look, we like the way you sound. Everyone who loves you loves the way that you look and loves the way that you sound, and that's you to them. So for me, that was helpful to think through. The world sees me and hears me this way. It's fine that it sounds a little bit uncomfortable. Just keep going, all right? Just keep going. Just keep going. I'll see you tomorrow.